Well, Ronnie's now back in the arena. He needs one more for a place in the final for the third time. Will
A masterclass from O'Sullivan then, but let's not forget the greatness of Stephen Hendry and the trouncings that he's handed out in the past.
I think that shot tells us that Stephen's not going to hold back now. I'm sure he'd like to get it to the final session. There's two more frames in this session. Stephen's got to win both of them, otherwise the match is over.
Got the cannon off the bunch that he intended, but the red that he attempted could so easily have finished in a possible position to right middle instead of rolling under the cushion. Well, how was that not dropped? How was that not gone in? I thought it had dropped twice. Well, there's a loose red above and to the right of the black, and I think if he slots this black in, just plain ball is a natural angle to play for that loose red. Just asking for the cue ball to be cleaned. Kayla Tabb, who's performed admirably with all these high scores and big breaks going in. She has to give it 100% concentration. Done a great job.
Ronnie O'Sullivan won.
O'Sullivan disappointed because he wants to play perfectly.
One.
And in long spells he has.
Eight. Nine.
There's one loose red, but he's got a nice angle to go into the cluster, and I think he will. Always knew he'd have the option of this red if he brought them right, and he has, and he's brought
16.
well, 4 or 5 reds into play.
Sure. 17.
And came in this evening, Stephen Hendry, with that 12-4 deficit. And if you want to know what a champion's all about, just look at his performance tonight. I can't think he's played one wrong shot where it'd been easy to let your head drop.
great player and a great champion.
24.
He played 2 quality frames to reduce his arrears from 13-4 to 13-6, breaks of 85, 54 and 46 in those, but for the next 3 frames O'Sullivan kept him scoreless.
Just having a good look to see which one of these reds. He'd like to be on the straightish red, but I don't think it goes. I think the middle one of the 3 on the right hand side goes, but that middle one that's in a direct line with the cue ball, well, he thinks it does. No, he's playing the middle one. I didn't think the other
25.
one went. Now, surely. Now, he's screwed and he's... One red has covered the other.
31.
What with the good run that Ronnie had in the last frame and the bad run that Stephen's suffering here. Nothing going right at the moment. Thin cut this. Now...
Stephen Hendry, 31.
I'm going to say unlucky once again. When he potted the pink, he was entitled to be on a red. And, well, it springs to your mind, was that your last shot in this year's 888 World Championship?
1.
Hit it well, into the bunch well, but fate, as well as O'Sullivan, was unrelenting. Well, said that too quickly.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Black off the spot.
Well, Ronnie's relenting a little bit. He's just having a laugh. He's got away with it again. A little scratch of the head.
These 2 great players are on pretty good terms now, as we see O'Sullivan's failed black. They did get at odds a few years ago, but everything between them's fine.
Yes, I did some shows with them at the end of last season, and yep, they're pals, and of course great respect for one another. Ronnie knows what a great champion Stephen Hendry is, and of course Stephen has made it clear to everybody that when Ronnie's at his best, he's unbeatable.
Watching intently on the right there, Adam Duffy, very promising young player who's been awarded the Paul Hunter Scholarship, which enables him to train at the World Snooker Academy, located just up the road, the English Institute of Sport.
Yep, Jimmy White and I played an exhibition, the club he plays at, and he can play. Every chance he could be here at the Crucible as a player. I'm sure he'll have learned a lot watching these 2 great players this evening.
(16-6) in front, and still addressing the problem with the same seriousness as if it was the opening frame.
should be an easy snooker this for Stephen, just to tuck this cue ball behind the yellow.
Violin a miss. Stephen Hendry, 4. Sorry. Sorry, Ronnie. Yeah, Stephen? Violin a miss. Stephen Hendry, 4. Okay, Stephen?
It has to be played slowly, a smother shot. Nicely done. Oh. But then the perfect response.
Exquisite. And he's played a lot of those safeties today. It's not all been about potting and break building. And it's safety shots like that that do force mistakes from your opponent and gets you in amongst the balls. And Stephen's got a bit of a job here to get this safe, although if he can just get past the brown, he may be able to rest this cue ball against the top cushion. The only problem is the red he plays, it may be knocking other reds towards the top cushion. Certainly no way back to balk, it appears. So can he find a safe place at this end of the table? Can he see enough to play the pot? Didn't think he could see quite enough of it. Maybe try to bend it with a trace aside. This could be it.
Desperate attempt at a long red. Might as well at this late stage with so little further to lose.
One. Eight. Nine.
There's the Hendry family. Gordon on the right, who's not much of a player, but he told me at breakfast the other day that his father Bob certainly was. He was of professional standard when there was unfortunately no professional game in Scotland.
15.
He died at the age of 44 and never saw his grandson play. How he would have loved it.
16. 23. $24.
Ten points behind.
27.
A few delicate little
28.
positional shots to be played. And just watch the way he manoeuvres this cue ball. Picking them off. Stephen Hendry. He's been a credit to himself
35.
and the game this evening. Most people would have
36.
come out and threw caution to the wind from frame one, but as I say, he never really played any wrong shots. He tried his best in every frame. Never let his head go down.
43.
And he's proved this year
44.
that he's still a force in the game.
I think that's the major thing that Hendry will take away from this championship. He wanted to
52.
re-experience the feeling of being genuinely in contention, and he was, until he ran into this genius at the peak of his form.
59.
And there you see it, 22 ahead, 35 remaining.
Yeah.
Red-blue will be enough. And this has been an outstanding performance from Ronnie. And just think, it was a couple of years ago when he was playing Stephen Hendry in the UK and did the walkout, and everybody then questioned, did he have the right attitude? Oh, he's coming off.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Can't
59.
believe it.
Stephen Hendry.
So careless, but since then he's come back, and I was going to say he's played consistently for the last couple of seasons, but that was just sheer carelessness.
Two.
Well, if Hendry's going to lose, he would sooner lose 17-7 than 17-6.
Five. Nine. $14.
Pink and black still needed.
Recover a little bit further. The black to keep the match alive.
Stephen Hendry, 20.
Well,
James Consider.
what a fantastic performance from Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's not a word that I use very often, but it's fully justified here. This authentic genius gave a masterclass. Stephen Hendry